Poke Nerds, welcome in. I hope you're all having a wonderful Friday out there. Hopefully you all enjoyed Pokemon Presents. We talked about that yesterday. But right now, we're looking for some value, right? 10 cards under $5 to get your weekend going strong. These are all from Scarlet and Violet. And in this world, this market, this Pokemon hobby, where everything is going to the moon, everything is booming, whether it's sealed in Scarlet and Violet, whether it's special illustrations, illustration rares, whatever it is difficult to find great values. And so that's what we're trying to do here today. 10 cards under $5, might have a bonus one for you, might go over some extra cards as well, but 10 cards under $5, and I'm not guaranteeing y'all, you see some videos, this card is going to 2x. This card is going to 5x. We're not doing that. This is about being able to find cards that have good value, that are awesome cards, whether they're maybe some shinies, whether they're maybe illustration rares, special illustration rares, promos with beautiful art, whatever it may be. We're just trying to be able to help you collect and do it at a reasonable price. That's what we're doing here today. One of the big things I like to do on this channel is help you find value. So without further ado, let's go ahead and dive in to our first card here. And this is my favorite one on the list, honestly, because it is a special illustration rare from Scarlet and Violet base, Iron Treads EX SIR. And one of the things about Pokemon card collecting, when you're just looking online at cards, the digital renderings of cards, you don't see the texture. You don't get to see all the coloring. The night sky on this Iron Treads EX SIR in person, it absolutely pops. There's so much color in the background, and this card, it should definitely be more than a $4 and whatever cent card that it is. I'm really happy I was able to pull it. I'm really happy I have it. I strongly recommend y'all, if you don't have it, going and getting one, because Iron Treads EX, really cool Pokemon, really cool card. Moving on from base to some Paldean Fates, Palafin, the superhero inspired dolphin, right? Illustration rare under $3. This is a really cool card. You can't look at this one and just say, that is it's a beautiful illustration rare. It's a really awesome art. And it's under $3. I think this is one of the steals of the list. Bottom line, I think it's really, really cool. There's also a ton of just awesome shinies. I mentioned shinies earlier. Shinies in Paldean Fates under $5. I mean, I'm a huge fan of Armarouge, Ceruledge, Charcadet. My favorite Pokemon line from Scarlet and Violet. But I think these shiny cards from Paldean Fates are actually like the best version of shinies that they've made. I love the patterning, love it all. And you can get, there's heaps of great shinies under $5 if you're interested in shinies, and a lot of them are really cool from Paldean Fates. So highly recommend checking that out as well. Paldean Fates, there's a lot of good value to be had there. Twilight Masquerade, the Wattrel, under $4. Epic. All these Wattrels diving in, little ocean dive. I just think that the composition on this card is really cool. The depth of field with the other Wattrels in the background, the water, the lightning type bird in the water. It's really cool. Stellar Crown, Crabominable, under $5. This is from a legendary Pokemon artist. It's a really cool art. Yes, it's very whitewashed, but it is a cool art, and Crabominable is a very cool newer Pokemon. Also from Stellar Crown, Archaludon illustration rare, which I have one of those right here to show y'all as well. I don't think it's like the most epic card ever, and I'm personally not a huge fan of inanimate object Pokemon. But this scene that is set, and they do this so well with illustration rares, Archaludon kind of roaming them through the street there, and all the little kids gazing, and it's a cool scene. It's a cool card, and it's under $4. I don't think you can go wrong there with illustration rare, and illustration rares are booming right now. It's wild, the prices you're seeing on some illustration rares. Surging Sparks has a ton of illustration rares under $5. Just go check out the Surging Sparks price value chart on Pokédata or TCG Player, whatever it may be. You're sure to find one that you like there. I would be very surprised if there's not one you're interested in. Now we've got maybe my favorite portion of the list. We've got some promos. And all of these promos are going to be illustration rare style promo cards. They're really cool. The Knocked Owl promo from Stellar Crown is a big, big value at under $4. And yes, the Pokemon Center stamped version of it, booming, right? But you can get this art under $4 for Knocked Owl. I think it's a screaming value. Very cool card from a Gen 2 Pokemon that's pretty beloved. Miraidon and Koraidon, the box legendaries. Both of them from base, from the ETBs, around $5. Very cool cards. Miraidon has that red moon in the background. Koraidon chilling on a cliff, waterfalls. Both of those are great arts. And personally, I love Miraidon. I think Koraidon's a little weird having a wheel that doesn't work on its chest. But I still like Koraidon. It's just a little weird. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Miraidon makes a lot more sense. Future technology, Miraidon is certainly my choice as the best box legendary from Scarlet and Violet. But I think both of those cards are really cool at $5 or less. King Gambit from Shrouded Fable from the King Gambit box. $3 card. That's one that I would be really surprised if it doesn't kind of surge at some point. You saw the Greninja and the Kingdra, which are more popular Pokemon, and quite frankly, those cards are just better looking cards. But I think King Gambit will have its time in the sun as well. So I think that's a really cool card. And the bonus comes from Paldean Fates. Mimikyu from the ETB, about $5 from Paldean Fates. That's another one. Mimikyu is a fan favorite Pokemon. The Pokemon Center stamped version of this one is doing really well. If you don't want to pay up for that, which I think is completely reasonable, but you want that card and can't get an ETB at this point because prices on Paldean Fates ETBs have gone through the roof. Yeah, go get yourself a Mimikyu. So that'll do it for this list. Really appreciate y'all tuning in. If you enjoy the content here, please like and subscribe. It's all Pokemon all the time, whether reacting to news, breaking down new sets, looking at Pokemon TCG Pocket sometimes, or just trying to find you values in the hobby. That's what we're doing here on this channel. So again, like and subscribe if you enjoy the content, and y'all have a good one.